read the two codes, both Jedi and Sith, and not gonna lie, I kind of lean Sith. So I really hope none of the rest of you do, because there can only be one Sith. Yes, technically there can be two, but who wants to be an apprentice? Although I say that, but Sith Lord Intern would look pretty snazzy on a resume. Alright Jay, so here's the spit. It's been a long few months, there's been a lot of stress, lots of long work hours, and finally this weekend, you and I and the girlfriends all get to go on a weekend getaway with our best friends, the GMA, and get into all sorts of mischief. I'm glad you asked! The GMA is the Green Mallard Association, and is me and Jay, and our two best friends from high school, John the Architect and Mike the... One day when we were growing up, Jay and I found out that our dad referred to himself and his group of friends as the Gray Squirrel Society, which we found amazing. I want to say it was no more than 2 weeks later when we oh so originally came up with the Green Mallard Association. Anyway, the glory of the GMA is that all of us have a lot of the same interests, but none of us have the same personality, which means we can all hang out together, do things that all of us really enjoy doing, and nobody's personality has ever really clashed with anybody else's. Though there was that one flying punch. Now of course, over the past 6 years, all of us have sort of grown up and gotten slightly spread out, so we don't always get to see each other. Coincidentally, Jay and I also share another group of friends in the little town that we live in. Within that group, there is again, miraculously, relative calm. I know, it's astounding. Although recently, there was a rift. And if you ask anyone else, they won't even agree. But I sense a rift. This last weekend we were all out to dinner and we had a couple of extra tag-alongs to our normal group. One of which was basically our friend Kendall, personality-wise. And it was tremendously obvious. And it's so obvious that everyone is like, oh man, Kendall has a new BFF! I for one even think that Kendall was thinking that. I could be totally off the mark, and maybe this is just a personality flaw of my own. But I know if someone came into the group and was so similar to me that it was blatantly obvious to everyone, I would probably feel a little threatened. Hey man, that's my role in this group. And while I'm pissing everyone off by talking about them on the internet, Jay will occasionally be telling me about someone at a party that just rubbed him the wrong way. Which, if Jay dislikes him, then of course I do as well. But sometimes he'll be describing the punk, and I'll secretly be like, that's you. But maybe not, I wasn't there. Alright guys, so for my question of the day, how do you feel about being your character amongst your group of friends? I mean, they do say that opposites attract. Do exact sames repel? Do you feel like your uniqueness could be threatened because someone else is so similar? Leave your thoughts in the towel section down below, and Jay, that is everything I've got for you today, man. I will see you on Tuesday.